Pressure PA, give a minute for people to start joining in. Happy May 4th. I've been told it's May the 4th be with you. This is from one Luke, I guess to another Luke out there. I'm not a huge Star Wars junkie by any means. But like I told you last week, we want to start sharing tips with you guys. We want to start giving you more ways to use our programs to drive return on investment. And so I want to hear from you guys. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're sharing, make sure you're commenting. Let me know what else you would want to know about. It can be about our programs. It can be about how to utilize them more. It could be about anything in marketing. We have years and years of experience when it comes to marketing, when it comes to designing stuff. So anything you guys want to hear about, make sure you comment it below so we can actually start talking about it. But today, I want to talk to you guys about using promotional copies. So for those who don't know, and maybe our clients who are watching, that you don't know what a promotional copy is, these are the magazines that you actually get bulk shipped to you. So we can send these to you. You can actually customize them specifically to a campaign that you want to do. So you don't have to make it the same as the magazine you send to your clients. But I want to give you guys 4 strategies that we see being used across the nation that is producing a lot of return on investment for our clients. The first one is, I call it the Walk the Neighborhood campaign. So if you're a realtor watching this, I'm sure you've door knocked before. You might even be out there door knocking right now. This is a great way to you can take this with you on your door knocking and you can use it as a leave behind. Maybe Brian Buffini, I think, calls it like a pop-by piece. But look at your geographic farm. Look at the neighborhoods that you want to be the king and queen of. Or look at your clients, and when you go, take this with you because it gives you 2 things. One, it gives you a leave behind to make that lasting impression, but it also is a great transition when you're walking the neighborhood of your geographic farm. You can collect their information because it's such a natural transition. When you give them a magazine and they like it, you can mention about adding them to your subscription list, sending it to them as a gift for free, and that's a perfect way to get their address, get their name and number, put them on your list so you can nurture them as a lead. So a Walk the Neighborhood campaign is a great way to use your promotional copies. Now the second strategy I would give you is make sure you use these at your open houses. Now I have a unique perspective. I'm in the market right now for a home, so I'm going to open houses on Sunday, 6 of them, 8 of them. And in the beginning, when I'm going to these open houses and I didn't have a realtor, I'm getting everybody's business card under the sun. I'm ending up at the table at the evening when I get home and I have 8 business cards and I have some paperwork on the homes that I saw, but nothing that left a lasting impression with me. And we hear this from our agents that imagine if I get home and I have 8 business cards on the table, but I also have a magazine. You're probably thinking what I'm thinking, which is it's going to leave that lasting impression. It's going to differentiate you, and chances are it's a way for you to connect with that client and hopefully turn that, or connect with that prospect, hopefully turn that prospect into a client. And 2 things you get at the open house is, 1, you get to give this as a lasting impression, just like your Walk the Neighborhood, and the other is your job at the open house is to collect their information so you can keep in touch with them. This is a perfect way to transition to collecting that information. Now the third strategy I would use when using your promotional copies is when you do your listing appointments. So we get a ton of testimonials from our clients in regards to their listing appointments, and one comes to mind specifically for me is a guy got his first $1 million listing, and what he did is he took his magazine with him and he featured on the back cover of the magazine a property that he had previously sold. Now, he took this, and during his listing appointment, he's sharing with them how he can market the home, and of course he's going to put it on the MLS, he's going to put it on the internet sites, he's going to market it, but he used the magazine as a differentiator for him and showcased that, hey, I have my own magazine and I can design a great ad for you, put you on the back cover of the magazine, and send it out to my whole list. And he attributes getting that $1 million listing to the magazine because it was kind of that differentiator factor. It showed a unique perspective for that client, and he ended up getting that listing. So if you don't have like the design skills, we can do that for you, especially our clients. Check out our creative services. We can design your listing ads to put them on the back cover. But it's a great way to leverage your magazine in your listing appointment to showcase the other unique marketing that you can bring to the table that maybe another realtor can't. Now the 4th strategy that I would give you when it comes to using your promotional copies is high traffic areas. So this is your doctor's offices, hair salons, maybe your car dealerships. A good one that comes to mind for me is like divorce attorneys. So I know it sounds negative, but when you really think about it, at the divorce attorneys, these people are probably going to end up selling their home, and then they're going to end up going to buying other homes. So this is a perfect place to put it in the waiting room of like a divorce attorney, a doctor's office. And we actually have these printables where we have these stickers that you can actually print off and you can stick on your magazine, and it would be like free magazine subscription, or you can get your home sold. But it's a great way when you leave it in a waiting room. What we find all the time from our clients is they'll go into the doctor's office, they'll put it in there, and they'll come back a couple weeks later, and it never fails that either the tear out cards are already torn out or the magazine has disappeared in and of itself. So not a bad tip to leave multiple. But when you're going into these high traffic areas, don't be scared. Don't go in trying to be secretive and try to slip it onto the table. It's not going to work very well for you. And sometimes the doctor's offices, they don't like that. They end up throwing them out. I've actually found you want to be super bold when you go in, almost make a scene in a way, let everybody in the waiting room know what you're doing, because you get two things out of that. One is you can introduce yourself to those people in the waiting room, maybe even give a magazine to them as a gift, let them know, hey, I'm a realtor, if you ever need anybody, let me know. But putting this in their waiting room, and they almost feel a little bit of peer pressure because now everybody in the waiting room knows about it, and they'll more than likely say yes. And you'll be able to keep getting them in the waiting room over and over again. And if you want, you can add that address to your list, and we can just send it to that waiting room for you if you build that relationship. But check out these downloadables, because not only do you have the stickers, we also have, for your open house strategy that I mentioned, we have like sign-in sheets that you can utilize, and I'll put a link in this video after I get done with this live. We'll put a link up where you can actually download these, print them off, use them at your open houses. But the 4 strategies, just to repeat them for your promotional copies, when you get these bulk shipped to you, use them in a walk the neighborhood campaign, so leave them as a leave behind, your pop-by item. Then leverage them at your open houses. Make sure you're giving them out to everybody that's coming to your open house. Leverage them in your listing appointments, specifically about how this is unique compared to every other realtor in what they're doing. And then last but not least, your high traffic areas, doctor's offices, hair salons, Mercedes dealerships, really any place you think is frequently visited. Comes to mind right now, just a limo service. We had a testimonial come in from a realtor who put it in limousines, ended up getting a deal because a person in the limo saw the magazine, reached out to him. So there's so many creative ways for high traffic areas where you can use these. So guys, get in your account interface today. If you're a client of ours, you can order them straight from your account interface. You can call us, get on the phone with your marketing coach. We'll walk you through. If you want us to design a listing ad for you on the back cover, we can do that for you. But get some of these promotional copies. You can order them in minimums of 20, and you'll get rid of 20 in no time, because this is going to be more professional than your business card. It's going to leave a lasting impression. So there you have it. Hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you comment below if there's anything you else want to know about promotional copies or any other topic. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you want to hear about, so we can deliver that for you. But take action on these strategies today. I hope you have a great day.